Hey guys, welcome back to NBA Hub. Today we'll talk about NBA players who were arrested. Let's head into it. Number 1. Sebastian Telfair.
Last year led the NBA in scoring at 32 points per night. Telfair!
Sebastian Telfair was a first-round pick at the 2004 NBA Draft, and big things were expected from him when he joined the Portland Trail Blazers. Unfortunately, he was unable to lock down a place on the starting roster in Portland. This became the pattern of his NBA career, as he struggled to find a team to give him regular minutes on the court. In 2007, he was arrested for possessing a firearm under the passenger seat of his car, to which Telfair pleaded guilty. He was sentenced to 3 years in probation. In 2017, Telfair was in trouble once again for guns, and after being stopped by a traffic cop, he was found to have a semi-automatic rifle, 3 handguns, and a ballistics vest. For this, Telfair was found guilty by a jury and sentenced to 3.5 years in prison. Number 2. Caron Butler.
Hopefully during the preseason, the Bucks 41% are hot right now.
If ever there was proof that someone can turn their life around from a tough beginning, then Caron Butler is that guy. When he was growing up, Butler was arrested 15 times before reaching the age of 15 for narcotics charges. It was at the juvenile detention facility where Butler discovered his love and talent for basketball. He made a change in his life and worked hard to achieve his dream of playing in the NBA, even going on to become a champion in 2011 with the Mavericks. Butler still has struggles today and is still managing addiction to Mountain Dew, which he picked up while playing for the Washington Wizards. Butler is also a smart investor and owns 6 Burger King restaurants after working there when he was younger. Number 3. J.R. Smith.
Come back. Whoa! J.R. Not fair. Plus.
When J.R. Smith won the NBA Finals with the Cleveland Cavaliers in 2016, it must have felt like the reward of all his hard work during his career. It was the only time he won a championship ring, but he played regular basketball in the NBA for well over a decade. Controversy has often followed Smith around, with one incident involving a car accident standing out. Smith was driving his car in 2007 when he reportedly ran a stop sign and hit another car. One of Smith's passengers suffered fatal injuries, and in 2009, the then Nuggets star pleaded guilty to the accident. He was sentenced to 90 days in prison, though 2/3 of that time was suspended as long as Smith completed 500 hours of community service. Number 4. Shawn Kemp. The former Seattle Supersonics star Shawn Kemp was a huge presence on the basketball court for whatever team he played for. The 6-time All-Star forward had a career to be proud of, even if it didn't result in a championship ring. His time with the Sonics in particular is what many basketball fans will remember him for. He's not the first hugely talented star to end their career without an NBA championship, and he certainly won't be the last. Kemp's legal troubles seemed to begin when he had a lot more time on his hands after retiring from the NBA. He got in trouble in 2005 after being arrested for possession of illegal narcotics and a semi-automatic firearm. Kemp pleaded guilty to the charge of narcotics possession after being formally charged. Number 5. Delonte West. It was seemingly a case of being in the wrong place at the wrong time when Delonte West found himself in trouble with the law. The former Celtics and Mavericks guard was stopped by a traffic officer while riding his 3-wheeled motorcycle in 2009. He was reportedly pulled over for a traffic violation, which is when the officer discovered West was carrying a lot of firepower. West had a gun tucked into his waistband, another strapped to his leg, and a shotgun in his guitar case strapped to his back. The basketball star claimed he was just moving those guns after he was informed that some kids in his family had found them in his closet. West pleaded guilty to the traffic offense and weapons charges. That meant he was given 40 hours of community service and placed under house arrest. Number 6. William Bedford.
Inside to Mincy, and it's off the rim. A great chance.
William Bedford really made a name for himself when he was part of the famous Detroit Pistons that won the NBA championship in 1990. He played alongside all-time greats like Dennis Rodman and Isaiah Thomas. But Bedford only had a short career. After he left basketball, Bedford had trouble with narcotics addiction, and it got him into some serious trouble with the law. Bedford has been arrested multiple times for the possession of illegal narcotics, and in 2003, he was given a 10-year prison sentence. The former NBA champion served his time behind bars, and when he came out, he wanted to try and have a positive impact on the world. Bedford now focuses his attention on coaching basketball to help give back to the sport that made him famous in the first place. Number 7. Allen Iverson. When he was still in high school, Allen Iverson was present when a brawl broke out at a bowling alley. Iverson was arrested and sent to prison before he was acquitted of those charges due to insufficient evidence. Sadly, Iverson had to spend 4 months in prison fighting for his freedom before it was eventually granted. When he came to the NBA, Iverson was a controversial figure, and in 1997, he was arrested for carrying a concealed weapon and illegal narcotics. Iverson pleaded no contest and was sentenced to community service. There have been many allegations thrown at Iverson over the years, but the former NBA All-Star has come through all of those accusations without guilt. As a player, there was no denying Iverson's talent, and his 2001 MVP award proves it. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.